Hi, I'm Caroline Krauss, and I am a structural designer, and I work for Becker Morgan Group in Salisbury, Maryland. Um, an average day is really hard to describe because every day is different. We go on site visits. We also have, and then sometimes we are designing buildings and designing other structures. I think my favorite part is solving problems. And it's pretty cool because engineering is everywhere. You look outside and everything that is out there has been engineered in some way or another. So not only you have to be a structural engineer, but there's all types of engineering out there. You have to have really good communication skills. You work with a lot of contractors. You work with architects. You worked with higher up people. You work with owners, and there's just a lot of coordination. So you have to have really good communication skills. You also need to have really good problem solving skills. You need to be creative, think outside the box. Um, there's just not one way to do everything, which is actually the fun part about engineering. And also, you have to have your math skills and science skills. So you have to first graduate high school, and then you can go on to college. You need to find a college that has a 4-year program or 5-year program, but at least a 4-year bachelor's degree in engineering. You'll get a bachelor's of science, and then if you want, you can go to your master's, but you can also get a job right out of college with your BS degree.
Awesome. And are there any tests you have to take once you start your career?
There is. There's actually, it's called a fundamental engineering test. It is your test that you take at the very end of your senior year. Um, it's just a board exam. There are several ways you can study for it, but college really prepares you for it, so don't be worried. And then in 5 or 4 years after you get experience under a professional engineering licensed, um, you can get your PE, which is your professional engineering license. And that allows you to stamp drawings and allows you to make more calls on. So this is a fun question. I really do like working on older buildings. I think it's really cool to see the history of it all. Um, and it's just pretty amazing to think that they didn't have all the resources that we have now to make sure all our calculations are on point. And yes, some of them we have to go out there and structurally do some engineering to it because it has failed. But that is the really cool part because then you can bring these old structures back to life. First, I would really consider finding something that interests you. Make sure you find whatever you have interest in and applying it to your career because it is going to be your lifelong journey. And you have to really love it. I honestly loved buildings when I was young. I always thought it was really cool how just I was amazed about it all. So that was what inspired me to do engineering. I also had my math and science was my favorite subject. So I was able to apply things I loved in the field or in school and out in the field together. And that's what chose my career.